Good morning, dear students. Last video we have already discussed about the human eye and each and every part of our human eye, how it functions and how it will useful to see the images. That is what we have discussed in the previous video, and we have discussed about the power of accommodation of our human eye. That is how I can see the nearby object and for a distance object also. This is what we have discussed in the previous videos. And now we are going to see about the defects of vision and their correction. Defects of vision. For example, if we see the object, what are the problem that we find it to see the object properly? Okay, that is what defects of vision. We understand. So, and how to correct that problem by using the lenses. That is what the thing we are going to discuss it today. Okay. So now, can you see this diagram? Can you see this picture? In this picture, a doctor is here and he is checking the eyes of a human. A small boy is sitting in there. Have you seen this machine? Right? These are the things to identify the problems which is happening in our human eye, right? And have you seen this? There is a chart which is kept in there, and you are asked to read it out from top to bottom, and what is the last line, what are the letters it is there, to check your ability of seeing the object size. Okay, small object to big letters, how it can read. That is what the vision check chart that we can see over here. So when it comes to checking, they'll check if there's somebody having the problem in reading, and they'll check by changing the lens one by one, like this. The kid is wearing spectacles, right? In this, they'll put different types of lenses, and they'll ask you whether it is correct or not. I hope many of you have gone through this eye checkup. Okay, so these are all the things which we are using to find it out whether we have any problem in our eyes or not, and how to rectify it. That is what we are going to discuss. Okay, so three common refractive defectiveness of eye. So when it comes to eye, there are three major problems out there. Okay, this is happening because of refraction of our eye, and this refractive defects of human eye, the first one is myopia. Okay, myopia or nearsightedness. Nearsighted means you can see the nearby object clearly. Okay, you find it difficult to see the distance object clearly. It may look if you see the distance object, it may look a little bit blur, and you don't find it clearly. You can't see it. So there is the problem of nearsightedness. It is myopia or nearsightedness is the first defect which we find it in human. Second one is hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is far-sightedness or long-sightedness. That means if a distance object is there, you can see it clearly. But if the object is very near, means you may find it difficult to see the object. That is what hypermetropia is all about. You may see some people will read the book by keeping it at a certain distance. If they keep it at a certain distance, and they can see the object clearly. And some people tend to see the book very closely, some little bit closer. Closer means they have nearsightedness. So myopia means it is nearsightedness or short-sightedness. Hypermetropia is far-sightedness or long-sightedness. Okay, this is what two major problems. And the third one is presbyopia. Presbyopia is happening because of the elasticity which is lost by the human eye. The lens is contrasting and expanding, no, that is done by ciliary muscles. So because of age problem and some defectiveness of ciliary muscles, this presbyopia problem will happen. Okay, and we'll go and see in detail about myopia first. Okay, first one is myopia. Myopia is called nearsightedness. Okay, a person with myopia can see nearby objects clearly, and a person with myopia cannot see the faraway object clearly. So this is farsight defectiveness. Okay, Nearsightedness is the character, actual thing. What is the defect? What is the problem? Far the distance object, they cannot see the clear. That is the defect. Okay. So a person with myopia can't see the far away objects clearly. They can see the nearby object clearly. That is called myopia or short-sightedness or nearsightedness. Okay. Short and near both are same. Okay. So the far point for the myopic eye is nearer than the infinitive. So if we take some object as a far point, that is nearer than the infinitive. The infinitive means it is immeasurable distance. So it is comparatively it is nearer than that. So it occurs that these 2 points are very important because this is the very important topic that you may get it in all the exams. Without this myopia, presbyopia, hypermetropia, no question will be there. Any numeric or any 5-mark question, short answer type of question, anything it may come. This video is very, very important. So all students, please go through this clearly. Okay. So this problem occurs because of excessive curvature of the eye lens. Excessive curvature means it is the bending. We have already discussed about excessive curvature. So if it bends too much, it can see the nearby object. That means thickness is increasing. Okay. So elongation of eyeball. Elongation of eyeball means eyeball become big. So because of eyeball become big, the object is not cannot reach the retina. It is captured before the retina. Okay, that we are going to see with the ray diagram. Okay, so the image of the distance object is formed in front of the retina. It is not on the retina, before the retina. That is in front of the retina. It is get captured. So and not on the retina. So defected is corrected by using concave lenses. This is very important. Concave lenses is used to correct this defectiveness such that the lens will bring the image back to the retina. Okay. And one more thing, I'll tell you one easy way to remember which one is short-sightedness and long-sightedness. If you see here, the word myopia is short, right? So myopia is the word is short so that it is short-sightedness. Hypermetropia is long so that it is long-sightedness. Okay. So myopia is short, so he can see the distant nearby object. Short, so you can see the short object, nearby object clearly. Hypermetropia, the word is long, so that you can see the long distance object clearly. Okay, like a simple technique that you can remember this defectiveness of a human eye. Okay, we have seen our what are the problem which is happening in hypermetropia, and these two causes is very important. It occurs due to excessive curvature of the eye lenses. That means the curvature will be high, and elongation of eyeball. Eyeball become big. Okay, that is what two important point is. Now, defect and correction diagram. First, we will see the defect. What is the defect which is happening in that myopia? Okay, so this is myopic eye. So from distance, the rays are coming and hitting the eye lens. Okay, so where is retina is here? Retina is here. Okay, this portion is called retina. Okay, so instead of captured in retina, it is captured in front of the retina. Here itself, it is getting captured. Where the light converges, there the image is captured, right? So it is captured before retina. This is the defective eye diagram. Okay. Now can we see the correctiveness of eye? So correction diagram is this. What is the correction lens that we are using? Concave lens. Concave lenses, both sides it will be looking like this. We have already studied about how the concave lens is looking like, and what is the diverging power of this concave lens, everything that we have already discussed. So what this concave lens do, it will diverge. So while diverging, instead of capturing here, it will diverge, and it makes the image is captured on the retina, exactly on the retina. So the problem is rectified. So from the distance, the object is coming. What this lens will do, it will diverge the image. Because it is diverged, what will happen? Instead of captured in here, it is diverged, and then it is take the image to the retina properly. Okay. So this is the defect and correction diagram of a myopic eye. Okay. Draw this ray diagram, take a rough note near to you, draw this ray diagram and check it once whether you understand it properly or not. Okay. Shall we go for next one? Okay. Next one is hypermetropia. Okay. Hypermetropia is nothing but farsightedness. We have already seen this letter is a long word. So long way means it is long sightedness or farsightedness that we can consider. Okay, a person with hypermetropia can see far away objects clearly. Okay, far away objects clearly. And a person with hypermetropia cannot see the nearby objects easily. He find it difficult to see the nearby object. And we have already discussed that the near point of our eye is more than 25 centimeter. So this arises mostly during later stages in our life. Later stages means when we grow. So as a result of weakening of ciliary muscles and or other defectiveness, the flexibility of eye lenses, this focal length of eyes lens is too long. The focal length, instead of short, it will become too long. So that the eyeball has become, eyeball also can shrink. Shortening of eyeball or shrinking of eyeball become too small. These are all the problem which is happening when it comes to hypermetropia. These are all the causes for the defectiveness. Okay, these 2 points are very important. Okay, and the image of the distance object is formed in behind the retina and not on the retina. Behind the retina, not on the retina. Okay, behind the retina. That means what is the problem in myopic? It is straight opposite to that. Myopic, it is captured in front of retina. Here, in hypermetropia, it crosses the retina and capture. So that is the problem which is happening over here. So the defected is corrected by using the convex lens. There we are using concave lens, and here we are using convex lens, such that the lens will bring the image back to the retina. How the image is captured on the retina, let us see over here. Okay. So this is a defect and correction diagram of hypermetropia. This is the diagram, okay, for hypermetropia. Can you see this? The rays are coming straight and hitting the lenses. And because it is long-sightedness, it is captured behind the retina. Can you see this? Where the light rays are converged is behind the retina. So that what will happen if the object is here, the person who is, if the object is here, the person who is suffering from long-sightedness try to take this object little bit away. So if they take the object little bit away, this focus will come and captured in the retina. Okay, that is what the problem which is happening. Shall we see the correction diagram of hypermetropia? Yes. Correction is done by convex lens. Can you see this convex lens? Okay, so this is done by convex lens. Okay, so convex lens, what it will do? It will converge the light. It will converge comparatively. So for concave, it diverges because it is captured before the retina. Here the problem is behind the retina. So what will happen? This length should be reduced. So to reduce this distance, what will happen? The converging lens is captured over there. So converging lens, what will happen? Instead of capturing here, it is converges and captured on the retina. So the problem is getting rectified. Okay. So this is a defect and correction diagram of hypermetropia. Okay. Next one, the problem is presbyopia. And students understand this defective and correction diagram of hypermetropia also. You draw it once and check it out whether you understand properly or not. Okay. Next one, presbyopia. Presbyopia is the problem of power of accommodation of eye usually decreases with aging. Aging means when you grow old, when you become 50 plus, 60 plus, what will happen? The muscles, the ciliary muscles will become weak. Because of weakening of ciliary muscles, the focusing power may reduced. So the power of accommodation of the eye usually decreases with aging. The ciliary muscles weaken and thereby the flexibility of eye lenses reduces. So suddenly the focal length changing is not happening in this eye. So what will happen? So the near point moves away. Near point means that 25 centimeter is the near point of our human eye. This will become higher, this value will be increasing, keep on increasing. So that the spectacles with convex lens are recommended. Okay, spectacles with convex lens are recommended. And there is one more problem. Those who have the problem of both myopia and hypermetropia are also out there. So what is this problem? Myopia and hypermetropia. So they have short-sightedness as well as long-sightedness. That means suddenly they can't focus the distance object. Suddenly they can't focus the nearby object. The focusing power is reduced. So for that kind of people, what is the remedy that we are giving it through the lenses is sometimes a person may suffer from both nearsightedness and farsightedness. Such people are advised to use bifocal lenses. What is meant by bifocal lenses? Bi means two. Two focus all should be there in the glasses. What is two focus? One is distance object also can be seen, and nearby object also can be seen. So how can it be possible? Can you see that? Bifocal lenses consist of concave on the upper portion, convex on the lower portion. Can you see this? Concave on the upper portion. So concave means distance object can be seen clearly. This is the convex portion on the lower side. This is a convex lens. So we can see the nearby object while reading. They can see through here. And if some of your grandpa or some any old people if at your home, if they are using the spectacles, just see the spectacles. On the top, it may look different. On this bottom, it may look different. Right? Both lenses are fixed in one particular glasses. Can you see here? Distance object can be seen on the top. Nearby object can be seen on the bottom. So concave supports distance vision and convex support near vision. So refractive eye defects can also be corrected by using contact lenses or through specific surgical procedures. And this laser procedures that we are using, by using that procedure also, this problem can be rectified. And some people, they used to use the contact lenses. That is the lens which is used to put on the pupil, okay, on the front portion of our eye, right? That is contact lenses also can be used. So these are all the problems which the human eye faces to see the object, and how to rectify it also, that we have seen it. This is very important video. This question is very important. Based on this, lots of numeric also we are going to solve it, so that see the video clearly, okay, and practice it once, okay. And one more problem is that is called astigmatism, okay, that we are going to discuss later, okay. Rest of the video, we'll see it in the next video. Thank you.